Damage can also be used as a noun. For example, flood damage was more than $1 billion. Strong winds caused a great deal of damage. Now, because it is an uncountable noun, so never say a damage or damages. Instead, say some damage, a lot of damage, or like this, a great deal of damage, which we learned in the previous video. Hello everybody and welcome to M&M English with me, Muhammad, with another video from Oxford Word Skills Lesson 15, and it's about weather conditions. First, we're going to talk about normal weather. Then we'll talk about extreme weather, which is not normal. And the first word we have here is pour. We can say it's pouring or it's pouring with rain. When it pours, it rains a lot. Here are some examples. It's pouring outside. It's pouring with rain. I was standing in the pouring rain for an hour. Next word is shower. Shower is when it rains for a short time. Now, a shower can be heavy or light. Heavy, rains a lot. Light, a little. So, a heavy shower. A light shower. We had a heavy shower this morning. Did you get caught in the shower? Next word is rainfall. Rainfall is the total amount of rain in a place over a period of time. For example, rainfall is low in the summer. Heavy rainfall ruined the match. The average rainfall is low in this region. Next word is freezing or freezing cold. If it's freezing cold, it's very cold. For example, it was freezing yesterday. You can also say, it was freezing cold yesterday. Next example is, it's freezing in here. Can I close the window? It's freezing outside. Next word is thunder and lightning. Notice the pronunciation one more time. Thunder and lightning. Thunder is the loud noise in the sky when there is storm, and lightning is the bright light that usually follows a thunder. Here are a couple of examples. We had a lot of thunder and lightning during the storm. First, there was a clap of thunder and lightning. Then it poured heavily with rain. Next example is sunshine. Sunshine is the light and heat from the sun. For example, we sat outside in the sunshine. A ray of sunshine shone through the clouds. By the way, shone is the past tense of shine. Next word is fog. Fog is cloud that is very close to the ground, which is difficult to see through. The adjective form is foggy. Remember to double the G. The first collocation is thick fog. Thick fog means it's so foggy that it is very difficult to see through the fog. Next example. There was thick fog on the way this morning. It was such a cold, foggy day. Next word is mild. Mild means not very cold, therefore pleasant. Here's an example. This has been a very mild winter. I absolutely love mild, sunny spring days. I like the mild weather there. Next word is horrible. Horrible means very bad, unpleasant. And here are 3 different synonyms. Dreadful, awful, terrible. For example, the weather has been horrible this week. The weather has been dreadful this week, has been awful, has been terrible. The weather is dreadful here. Next is a quiz. You can pause the video and review section A vocabulary doing this quiz. You can write your answers on a piece of paper or in the comment section, and then we're going to check them. And now let's review the answers. First, pouring. It's pouring with rain outside. I got completely soaked walking to the car. By the way, if you get soaked, it means your clothes or your hair get wet. Number 2, we had a heavy shower this morning, but it only lasted 10 minutes. 3, the average rainfall in this region is very low in the summer. 4, it's freezing in here. Can I close the window? First, there was a loud clap of thunder, and then the sky lit up. By the way, lit is the past form of light, L-I-G-H-T, when there is a lot of light somewhere. It lights up. So when there's a clap of thunder, the sky usually lights up. Let me know in the comments how many you got right. And the first comment will get pinned. Now let's go to section B. It's about extreme weather. The extreme weather is about natural disasters that occur quite regularly in certain parts of the world. These natural disasters are hurricane, flood, tidal wave, and drought. Let's now see some photos of these natural disasters. The first is hurricane. Next is flood. And the next is a tidal wave. And the last one is drought. Now let's talk about them one by one. These natural disasters occur quite regularly in certain parts of the world. Hurricane. Hurricane is a sudden and violent storm with very strong winds, which often destroys buildings and brings down branches and trees. Next up is flood. Flood is too much water, often the result of heavy rain, which floods the land and damages roads, bridges, buildings, etc. Next is tidal wave. A tidal wave is a very large ocean wave, often caused by an extreme storm or earthquake, which destroys things when it reaches land. Next up is drought. Drought is a long period with no rain. Crops die and, unfortunately, people may starve to death. And now let's see what words can we learn from this text and practice the pronunciation. Disaster, occur, regularly, sudden, violent, destroy, branch, flood, damage, extreme, earthquake, crops, starve, or starve to death. Now, we said these natural disasters occur quite regularly. A disaster is something very bad that, when happens, causes death or harm. For example, natural disasters, or thousands died in the disaster. The adjective form is disastrous, a disastrous road accident. Next is occur. Natural disasters occur regularly. To occur is a verb, which means to happen, especially in an unexpected way, in a way you didn't think it would happen. For example, oh, how did it occur? A common mistake with occur is the spelling. When used in the past tenses, occurred, or the continuous tenses like occurring, double the R. You can watch the underlined letters. Occurred. It occurred last night. Next is regularly. We said these natural disasters occur quite regularly in certain parts of the world. If something happens or occurs regularly, it happens again and again, usually with the same amount of time in between. For example, I regularly go to the cafe, for example, every morning or every evening. Accidents regularly occur on this bend. By the way, a bend is a C-shaped road, when a road is like the shape of the letter C. It's a bend. Next word is sudden. We said hurricane is a sudden storm. Sudden is an adjective that means occurring or happening very quickly. For example, a hurricane is a sudden and violent storm. There was a sudden loud noise outside. Next is the word violent. A hurricane is a sudden and violent storm. Violent is an adjective that means very strong and usually causing damage. For example, a hurricane is a sudden and violent storm. Next example, the violent storm damaged a great deal of houses. Next word is destroy. So, hurricanes destroy buildings. To destroy is to break something completely that it cannot be used again. Hurricanes often destroy buildings. Most of the city was destroyed by bombs. The noun form is destruction. Hurricanes cause destruction, and this is a good collocation. To cause destruction. The next word is branch. So hurricanes destroy buildings and bring down branches and trees. A branch is a part of a tree that grows out from the main thick part, like these branches. Here's another example. Flowering branches are beautiful to look at. The next word is flood. Pay attention to how it is used here. So, water or heavy rain floods the land, used as a verb. It can be used as a noun, like this photo, or flood as a verb. It floods the land. The river flooded all the streets and homes near it. The washing machine broke and flooded the whole kitchen. So flood is used as a verb in this case. Next word is damage. Damage is a verb. We said floods damage roads, bridges, buildings, etc. To damage something is to break it or harm it. For example, she damaged my phone. She broke my phone. Damage can also be used as a noun. Notice these two examples. Flood damage was more than $1 billion. Strong winds caused a great deal of damage. Now, did you notice this collocation? Cause damage. And another noun that collocates with damage that we mentioned in the lesson is cause destruction. Yes. Now, here's a common mistake with damage. Never say damages or a damage because it's an uncountable noun. Instead, you can say some damage or a lot of damage, or in the example here, a great deal of damage. If you don't know the meaning of great deal, we have talked about it in the previous video. So go ahead and watch after this lesson. Next word is extreme. So tidal waves, we said, are caused by extreme storms or earthquakes. Extreme means very great or strong, very great storms or earthquakes. Here are some examples. Tidal waves are caused by extreme storms or earthquakes. You should visit the doctor if you have extreme pain in your stomach or chest. They live in extreme weather conditions. Next is the word earthquake. An earthquake is a sudden, strong movement of the ground, which often opens up. For example, in 1906, an earthquake destroyed much of San Francisco. Next word is crops. Crops is a noun and it refers to plants that are grown for food. For example, rice, potatoes, etc. Here are a couple of examples. The main crops grown and sold are coffee and rice. Crops failures may cause starvation. And the last word is starve or starve to death. So crops die and people may starve to death when there's drought. To starve is to die because you don't have enough food to eat. We must help and not just watch people starve to death. And sometimes you might hear someone saying, "I'm starving." It's not that they are dying because of hunger, but it's just an expression saying, "I'm very hungry." Anyways, the noun form is starvation. Crops failures may cause starvation. And now it's quiz time with section B, extreme weather. Pause the video, fill in the blanks with the correct vocabulary you have learned. You can write your answers down in the comments and then we'll check them together. And now let's check the answers. A hurricane, during a drought, these natural disasters. Hurricanes often destroy buildings, and flood damage was more than. Remember, if you have a question why, was, because it's uncountable. And if you see the word damages, maybe it's a third person singular, like it damages blah blah blah. And now, time to review all the words in chunks. Pouring with rain. A heavy or light shower. Low rainfall. Average rainfall. Hate the cold. Freezing cold. Thunder and lightning. A clap of thunder. A ray of sunshine. Thick fog. A foggy road or day. A mild winter. Horrible weather. Dreadful, awful, or terrible weather. Natural disasters. Disastrous, a disastrous accident. Something occurs. Occurred, occurring with double R. Something happens regularly. A sudden storm. A violent storm. To destroy something. The destruction of. Flowering branches. To cause damage. A great deal of damage. To damage something. Extreme weather. Extreme storm. An earthquake happens. Crops failure. Starve to death. Starvation of, or the starvation of. Somebody is starving. And I hope this lesson has been a ray of sunshine of knowledge to you. Remember that if you don't share, like, and subscribe, it would be a disaster for my channel. So please support me with some stormy sharing commenting from M&M English. It was Muhammad with you, and I hope you enjoyed it.